So I've just come back from a run. I've got to stop calling it a run. Actually, it's not a run. It's a jog at best. But yeah, I'm building up. I'm building up. But anybody who's been following me knows that I started this journey, this couch to 5k journey. I'm not doing couch to 5k anymore. Doing couch. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing couch to 5k. I'm going rogue these days, and I started doing it because this is what I've just been thinking about while I've been jogging along. The importance of mental health. Something we've all been affected by in one way or another, either in our lifetime or during lockdown. I know certainly a lot of people have been very adversely affected by lockdown in terms of their emotional well-being. Me, not so much, to be honest, because I'm very lucky with the family I've got around me, our extended family, and that I've been exercising. And that's what I was thinking about today while I was jogging along, really, was the importance of exercise for good mental health and emotional well-being. And I think when it's funny because I look at other joggers and I look at them, there's loads of people out doing it at the moment. And I look at them and I kind of wonder what their story is when they're doing it. I never would have considered it before, just kind of thought that everybody was out there trying to get fit and healthy. But, everybody's doing it at different speeds, at different paces, different shapes and sizes, obviously completely different abilities. And I wonder what everybody's motivation for doing it is. Mine is definitely fitness. I wouldn't pretend that it's not. Being fit, physically fit, emotionally fit, and to try and lose some weight, because I put on about a stone over the last year or so. So definitely trying to get rid of that. But emotional well-being and mental health is probably the primary for me at the moment. I've exercised pretty much all my adult life, and that's been because I've been mostly looking after a bad back. And now, touch wood, my bad back is on the mend, thanks to my fabulous osteopath, Simon Rogers, Pearly Osteopaths. And that's fantastic. And now it's very much about, as I say, losing weight, but very much about my mental health. Now, something's been going on for me the last year that I don't really talk about very much. But as we are among women, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't talk about it. And that's, I think that I'm going into my menopause, which is no great secret. I've got no problem talking about it. I'm not embarrassed in any way at all. It's just not something I really talk about. But what I've noticed, apart from the obvious fluctuations, is that I'm starting to feel quite cranky, and I'm starting to feel just over the last few weeks that I'm finding it difficult to hold on to my patience, and usually that's a sign for me of PMT. And even though that's very erratic at the moment, I feel like it's there a lot more than just on the run up to my period. And I also noticed that my sleep has got a lot worse, and that I'm getting, I wouldn't go as far as to say hot flushes, but my body temperature is definitely fluctuating between very hot and very cold. Now, I'm not giving you my life story just for fun. I realised that a really good way of keeping hold of my mood and my temper, if you like, is by exercising. And I went through this about 10 years ago, when I was suffering from really, really bad PMS, really, really like majorly losing the plot. And there were other things that were going on that weren't very helpful, like I was drinking too much and I was smoking too much weed, which wasn't great. and generally just not looking after myself. And I talk about that quite openly. I'm not ashamed of that. But then I started getting really into yoga and really looking after my body, and then I managed to really kind of get a grip of that. And so I've noticed now that I'm starting to feel absolutely nowhere near out of control. I used to feel out of control with my periods, as I say, about 10 years ago or so. I definitely don't feel that anymore. But I am starting to definitely notice when I'm starting to feel out of control. I can't quite, I'm snapping, and then I can catch myself, but I'm snapping nonetheless. So what do I do about it? I exercise. Almost every day I do something. Almost every day. So like definitely 5, possibly 6. I'm not virtuous. I'm not virtuous at all. It's just about looking after myself and looking after the people around me, which is my husband and primarily my children. I don't want them to be on the receiving end of my bad mood just because I can't contain it. So I exercise. I have been drinking quite a bit over lockdown. I'm definitely not going to lie about that. Not out of control, just more regularly than I usually do. And I'm stopping that now. I'm back from holiday, cutting that back down to only drinking at weekends. And communication. So when I know that I'm feeling out of alignment, I just let my husband know that I'm feeling funky, I'm feeling cranky. And actually just being able to put that out there, just being able to say it, and actually take responsibility and ownership for it makes such a big difference. Like, who knew that something so simple would make such a big difference? It doesn't mean that it makes it go away, but it does mean that once I've put it out there, I'm kind of owning it in a different way. And maybe before I would have tried to not necessarily keep it a secret, but I don't know, what is it we do when we're premenstrual? We snap at everybody, we blame everybody else, and not maybe very good at taking responsibility for it ourselves. I don't know, that's just me, maybe. But putting it out there, owning it and being accountable for it does seem to make a difference, as does exercising, and trying to get sleep, which is the bit I'm working on at the moment and not doing very well on. So there you go. I don't even know really why I'm just kind of sharing that. I just was kind of like jogging along in the rain, as you do, having a hot moment. And I thought that's what I'm going to talk about today. So that is what I am talking about today. So I don't know whether that's been remotely interesting to you or not, but I just thought I'd share it. So have a lovely weekend, whether you are not anywhere near your menopause, whether you're perimenopausal or whether you're postmenopausal. Oh gosh, tell me what's going on for you and let me know whether it gets better or whether I've got the worst to come. Who knows? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, and you like my new necklace? I put this on. Look, I bought this. This was my birthday present. My brother and sister-in-law sent me a voucher for my birthday, and it's only just arrived. Isn't it absolutely bloody gorgeous? I love it. And yes, I have been wearing it ever since it arrived yesterday. There you go. I should take it off, really. It's not really very good for jogging in, but there you go. My new necklace. Isn't it pretty? Okay, bye-bye.